Just like with 2016's The Witch, I feel like a lot of people are about to throw tantrums over It Comes at Night. Now, in It Comes at Night, a family lives in a desolated home hidden from the world because a deadly virus has now affected the world and is basically killing people off. And this family basically now is just trying to survive, but when a new family comes into their lives, they might now have to fight for survival, not only between the virus, but from the unwanted guests. Now look, It Comes at Night was hands down my most anticipated movie of the summer. I was so excited to see this movie because I'm a big, massive fan of A24 and what they're doing to the horror genre. I feel like they are, in a sense, shaping this horror renaissance that I feel like we've been in for the past couple of years. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, It Comes at Night did not disappoint me at all. I think that this is actually probably a near perfect masterpiece. This movie blew me away, but I have a few disclaimers to give you guys in case, because I do feel like majority of the people who go watch this movie are going to walk out disappointed, because the marketing for this film has definitely painted as a horror film. And while I definitely would consider it as a horror film, it's not a traditional horror film in the sense of like The Conjuring and Insidious, but more in the sort of psychological horror, in the sense that it's taking something that we experience on a day-to-day life, like family and, you know, reality, and showing us the horror in that. So it's more like a really, really heavy drama than it is a straightforward horror film. And the trailers themselves have been painting it, you know, and even the title of the movie itself, that, you know, that there's some sort of supernatural entity or something like that out in the woods and it's tormenting this family. To an extent, yes, but also majority, no, that is not what this movie is about. What this movie really is about is taking this family, getting down to the roots of it, and seeing that their roots now has not been their bloodline anymore, but it's now, you know, taken over by fear and paranoia, and deconstructing that and showing us the horror that is in that, and the horror in this cruel, cruel world, and how this world no longer wants them in it, and you feel like this world is out to get them, and because it's out to get them, this family no longer trusts this world or anyone in it. This is where I think a lot of people are going to be so ticked when they walk out of the movie, is the movie does not spoon feed you, in the sense that this movie feels more like in the lines of Children of Men and Midnight Special, where you feel like you've come into a movie 20 minutes late, and you've just been dropped off into the movie and you're having to play catch up. And the movie doesn't spoon feed you direct answers. In fact, the movie barely gives you any answers at all. What comes at night? I don't know. Who opened the door? I don't know. The movie doesn't give you direct answers. While I have my theories on who did all that stuff, the movie doesn't give you a clear, definitive answer. And so the director obviously clearly did this intentionally because he wanted every theory to be the correct theory as to what come at night. And I thought it was, I find that brilliant. You know, I think the scariest thing that you can put into a movie is nothing itself, and allow the viewer themselves to fill the void with their imagination and their own theories. And I think that leads to brilliant conversations afterwards. It brings the movie home with you, and I think that's where the movie really hits its stride, is when you come home, you get in your cozy bed, you look into the void of your own life, and then that's when it comes at night. And I don't want to spoil the movie, but I have to say, when I walked out of the theater to this movie, I don't think I've been so universally in the minority about a movie. Everyone in the theater hated this movie. Everyone was cussing, screaming, crying out for refunds. Both times I've seen this movie, but I absolutely love it. It's by far one of my favorite films of the year. I think the performances are great. I think the direction is beautiful. This is a gorgeous looking movie. In fact, when I walked down, my pretentious self described it as like bathing in a porcelain tub of depression, because it felt so bleak, but it looked so beautiful at the same time. Overall, It Comes at Night is this near perfect psychological horror that shows the root of family and how this family has been taken over by fear and paranoia. It's tense, it's uneasy, and it doesn't spoon feed its audience with direct answers and leaves most of it up to your imagination. As the score goes, I'm gonna give It Comes at Night a 4.5 out of 5. You guys, I love this movie. I know I'm in the minority when it comes to general audiences, but I definitely let me know in the comment section below which part of the spectrum you are on when it comes to this movie. I don't care if you hated this movie. Let me know why you hated this movie. Was it the marketing that just made you hated it? Your opinion matters in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm the Slash Movie, and you guys have just been slashed.